Yeah.
And then don't
He got
have it
pretty
hot.
good.
Back to a
All right,
while.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this workshop for the April 10th County Board of Education meeting. First is public comment. No one has signed up tonight. The next Thursday night will be Good Citizenship Award, the Pledge of Allegiance, and a moment of silence, the County School Spotlight, and then we'll have roll call. First, per policy is select the new director. Anything to do with the director has to be first on the agenda. Thursday night, you can make a motion to, like last time, for a candidate or and have a second vote on it, but you don't have to vote on every single candidate. Just to remind you of that.
Mind if I say something? I just want to tell everybody that's contacted all of us, thank you so much. This is a very tough, hard thing for any board. And there's been kind of countless hours not sitting of us reviewing every little detail, praying over everything, listening to the input from the community, all that. Thank you again. With that, equally important, not to me more important, is also input from supervisors and employees. So, do you want to call, encourage the other board members who haven't, please?
I'll just mention, I think I've received more feedback from the community, not just from the people in the school system, but from the community concerning this decision. And I welcome it and I appreciate it. But that being said, the majority of that has come on since the interview session. It's quite a bit of feedback. And it's a lot to work through. And I just want to say, I hope that we take our time with this. If we need more time Thursday night, I think it's okay to take that time. But this is a very serious decision to make. And I just appreciate the community and the school support through all this. And I appreciate the 4 candidates very much.
Fortunate to have Ken to start out with. I mean,
And I appreciate all the feedback from staff, and I've got a lot from the community as well. Anybody else have anything? All right. We'll move on. Number 2 is to approve the April 10th, 2025 agenda of the County Board of Education. I would like to see us get a revised one and add, to vote on April 15th as another budget meeting date, just in case we need it. That's next Tuesday. We've got the 14th, but just to add it just in case, if y'all are okay with that.
what was that date?
So it's 15th, next Tuesday. So we'd have one Monday night, and if we don't ever get everything settled Monday night, we can do it Tuesday.
That's one of my last classes. I would not be on the 15th if we have to.
I hope we don't need the 15th, but just in case we need it. Number 3 is consent agenda. A is to approve the minutes of the March 13th, 2025 regular meeting and the March 26th, 2025 special call meeting of the County Board of Education. B is to approve overnight and out-of-state trips. Trip number 4835, County High School, Tennessee Strong Summit to Chattanooga, Tennessee, July 13th through July 15th of 2025. Any questions? Number 4 is the financial report. Mr. Douglas, you have anything for us tonight?
I sent you your report, I think yesterday. There's nothing unusual. We're on the downhill stretch now toward the end of the year. I believe we will put money in fund balance this year.
Any questions for Douglas? All right, next is the ESSER report. Ms. Stephanie,
Well, there were no new updates of what I included in your packet.
However, we did receive an email that came from U.S. Department of Ed through the State Department today stating that they were ceasing the data collection and would not be collecting any more data in the future. And I'm essentially done with this year's report.
Well,
It's all smiles.
I know, right? I was
so we can take that off. the agenda.
Until we get the next one.
Yeah.
Until we get the next thing.
Until it says no, change our,
Something else.
we're getting an email every day.
Yeah. Concerning federal funding.
I officially have it done. I'm gonna go ahead and input it. I mean, most of it's already inputted, into the collection tool and print it and save it just in case. So it'll be done and. any changes.
Thank you, Mel. Number 6 is the supervisor's report. I'd like to thank all the supervisors for the report. Does anybody have any questions on those? All right. Number 7 is to approve a resolution to meet the requirement for teacher bonuses under the Education Freedom Act, tabled from March 13th, 2025. Ms. Bonnie?
I would ask that you table it again. The date is April 11th, that they will send the data for us to look at. And then in the May meeting, you will need to take action one way or the other. Once we get that data, I'm hoping it'll be here before the budget meeting so that we can talk a little bit about it. But you will be receiving funds for teachers that are on the list states in. So you could make a motion and say that's all you're gonna pay out, or you could do something different. But I just don't have it yet in the state. I think they're having to deal with some other things down there right now.
So do we need to table it until
May.
May?
You'll have to take some kind of action in May so that at least those teachers on the list can get the funds.
Number 8 is to approve review of school board policy 6.100 through 6.319, student part number 1. Looks like the August ones are from 2020.
Hang on.
I think they're pretty up to date. Number 9 is to approve the exceptional education department to contract with outside agencies for services needed, occupational therapy, physical therapy, behavioral, school psychologist, vision, and special education specified attorney for 25-26 school year. That's you, Ms. Bonnie, or
It's Miss Julie.
Ms. Julie? You're up.
We just have services that we have to contract out with. We don't have the person out here, so it's just a continuation of contracting out for those services for next year. And I have to have approval to do that before I can have them come in.
Number 10 is the discussion of acquiring the land next to Canyon County Elementary School and Middle School, formerly called the Hoover property. We got an email. I don't know if you guys responded, just resent it to me, but it was $350,000. We asked the lawyer to reach out to him, and that's what he did. Up for discussion. We don't have to do nothing on it. We can move forward. That's $350 for both tracks. The from Mr. Jennings.
Was November 5th. The initial conversation.
Questions? So what's left on that is 350.
But it don't say how many acres or anything like that.
No, they just said the tracks we inquired about. And I guess he got the information that he needed to talk to him about it. Then he sent another email just that he had been contacted, by the owners again around January 3rd. And he just told them he hadn't heard back from us because we hadn't discussed.
I will say that, I'd like to appeal to you that this is a chance I didn't think we'd ever have again to get this land. We're landlocked at the school. And, we can always decide what we want to do with the land in the future. You know, there came down that a middle school would fit there, it'd fit there. Not parking is always a problem at the school when there's a event going on or a double event. We may not get a chance to do this again, and even if we acquire it, it's going to probably gain in value. And I just want to appeal to you that, well, we got a chance to do this. We have to move and do this. It gives us land on every side of the school now, from the playgrounds all the way around senior citizen, all the way down the highway, to Annie Cox. So, you know, it's up to you guys. I just hate for missed opportunity.
Doesn't this property have electrical lines running through it?
What do you mean electrical lines running through?
Isn't there?
Light poles running down through it?
Over it or underneath? You talking about
Over it?
I don't remember. I think it's on the. I don't know. I'd have to go relook at it. I know what you're talking about though.
That's always
In my
something.
mind, I see power lines over, but I don't know.
I'd like,
I would say though, in my thoughts about it, is if we went with one of the options that was presented to us last year at the retreat and made that a middle school, full middle school, you could use that property for possible CTE building or other stuff, was one of my thoughts, but
yeah, me too. Future, I don't know what the future's gonna hold.
yeah, I
What,
don't, I mean.
what needs might be needed, but, I just hate to see us miss an opportunity, and couldn't have done this 3 or 4 years ago. We're in better shape now than we've ever been. I talked to Neil about it. He was concurring the same thing, same thoughts I was having, that this would be a good time to move on that, and we don't want to really lose it if we can help it, but if we do, we do. It's up to you guys. But, I'd really like to see us acquire that and secure it. I thought it would be gone for a long time. I thought houses were going to be built all the way down through there. That plan's changed. So what we could do is possibly ask our attorney to give them an offer. I'd offer them 300,000 and see if they'll take it.
My opinion, I don't think we need to be spending the money right now. So much going on. We still have a lot of decisions going on, and
That's up to you guys. I'm just telling you.
to
It's
buy
there.
land, that we still have other plans and stuff to work out, figure out what we're going in the future. That's money towards those other, I mean, everything, the budget, as we know, is tight as it is, and with all the changes, federal and going through legislation right now and everything else. I think it's a bad choice.
There are electrical ones.
Thank you. When you talked to Neil, was there discussion about where the money, what money we could use?
Well, right
Because
now,
Rebecca is right. The budget is very tight. So I'm just wondering what the discussion.
he said we should just take it out of fund balance. That's what he felt like.
What is infant balance? You know what, I'm close to what's on top of your head?
In the last year, we had 7 million. There's a possibility that you have in this year's budget. We won't know until the end of the year.
Because you just said we were rolling. It appears as though we will roll.
We could.
Barring anything happens, then.
Yeah.
Any equipment.
They have, the county also has that facilities money. I don't know if it can be used for that.
I really hate to use that for that with all that. If we can use that on HVAC projects and Building appraised, right?
Yes.
That's what it's designated for. I'm not sure about the land. I haven't asked him about that.
But if you're gonna take it from fund balance, you'd have to have a budget amendment from
Right.
the county commission.
That's be everything.
Mhm.
Any more discussion on it? All right, we'll move on now. Number 11 is to request permission to apply for the SCORE Future Forward Innovation Grant.
That's it. I'm just requesting permission to apply for a $75,000 grant. Based on this and my research on that, we're gonna focus on a STEM related grant. What they're wanting is like an education to workforce pathway. I've already written it, so it's due Friday, so I went ahead and wrote the grant. And I just need your approval to submit it and apply for it. It also comes with a partnership with SCORE, is that right? So they would come in like quarterly and work with our teachers, our teacher leaders that are running that program.
We've had other partnerships with SCORE in the past too. This one just happens to have to go through the school board budget. The past one that we had didn't come through their budget.
Any questions about that? The next one's mine too.
Request permission to remove cabinetry at Kennesaw County Middle School, room 308 for new CTE furniture and equipment.
I'm actually gonna table that next month, if that's okay. There's gonna be some room movement, I feel, at the middle school. So we are going to, that came about this week. So we are going to table that until we get our new space. And then I'm gonna have it remeasured and re-outfitted for that space.
Thank you. Number 13 is to request permission to apply for the literacy materials implementation support grant.
Want me to do that?
That would be,
I feel like I could stand for something, but I'm not going to. Okay, this is a $90,000 per year grant. I've also already written it. It's $90,000 from the TDOE. Dr. Mountain brought this to me. 80,000 of it is spent, and this is a 5-year, so it'd be really 450,000. If we continue it, it's an option to continue. Every year, you get to choose that or not. And $80,000 is spent on support systems for ELA, which is what I desperately need at the middle school. And this is middle school specific. I've spoken to several principals from Cheatham County, from different counties who applied for it. And they are doing a lot of PLC work. That's what they plan on doing with the grant, which is what I plan on doing with it as well. So I'm just another person to help me with our ELA scores and bring those ELA scores up. So, and 10,000 of that 80 or that 90 would be for materials and travel and going to other schools and looking at schools and doing things like that. So it's all positive from what I've read. And I've already also written it, and it's a lot. So, but I think there's a good possibility that we could get it. So I'm excited.
you said Cheatham County, do you know any other counties that got this?
I know only 60 counties are gonna get it. And I talked to someone from DeKalb, but I don't think that they were doing it. I talked to a lot of our Upper Cumberland people, and a lot of our Upper Cumberland people said no.
Okay.
So I had to reach out further, so, because I wanted to know what they were doing with it, and what they thought it was going to look like. So I did my research on that, so I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's gonna, and there's a lot of like professional with me and with our ELA teachers, and we need that.
Thank you. Number 14 is to approve a science textbook adoption recommendation. Ms. Hilton.
So the way the process works, if you don't remember, is back in the fall, you approved a textbook adoption committee, and then we modified it because we had a couple of changes after we put the committee together. Each school recommends someone, and I send the information into the State Department to ask for samples to be sent to the schools. There are samples downstairs on the table that are sent to us as well. So you're welcome to look at those, if you'd like, and especially the two that the committee has recommended. We did, want to have a caravan. That's where we picked the top 4 vendors that had been approved by the State Department to come in and do a presentation to our committee members, and made a decision off of that. So K-5 has, recommends going with McGraw-Hill, and grades 6-12 recommend going with, I've got it backwards. K-5 goes with Sabbath, 6-12 goes with McGraw-Hill.
I have a question.
Yes,
Is there not a physical science textbook anymore?
yes, it should be on there.
It just says
Okay.
physics.
Says what?
Physics.
Physics, I think Miss Upton said she would be doing a physics class. I put that on there, but let me go, that's just a draft. So let me go back and put that on there. I'll get that to y'all.
Sorry, it's just my 20 years.
That's right, yeah. Are we having physical science?
We have A section.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall.
Mhm.
Next is the discussion of board retreat dates. I reached out to Ben Flores. So we have till June 30th, I think, to do it. He can come and do it, and it'll cost $2,500 like last year. And his opening dates right now that he has is May 5th, May 15th, May 19th, and May 22nd. But we can also do online courses individually, and they're 7-hour courses, and those are free. This is Derek Mullins' suggestion and suggestion on.
Oh, great.
I think we should personally do the individual ones, and then have a retreat in September with the new director. Now, that is just my opinion.
That's just our chairman's opinion.
Yes.
I think our chairman is very wise. I agree with her. Yeah.
Like, God, the chairman for a reason?
No,
I like 3.
yeah, I like 3. I'll go ahead and tell you that. I think that would, I like the sound of that. I have to think about it more, but I like the sound. You know, you said the online stuff is through TSBA, so we can go on and kind of look and see what it would
I
kind of
can
entail.
get Ben to send us, I can reach out to Ben tomorrow, where I have a little bit more information for Thursday night, and see what that is. But he said either one is fine with him, it does not matter.
Well, the 5th, I'm out.
Yeah, I am too. What would be,
I think you said the 19th or the 22nd
and the 15th.
and the 15th. That,
That is what Ben had available.
right at the end of school is pretty good.
Well, the 16th is graduation, so that's gonna be.
That's no.
And last year, we done it at the beginning. I didn't know it'd been a year till it hit me. Okay, so that's just what we got, and I'll reach out to Ben tomorrow. Next is Ms. Bonnie's comments.
I don't have anything other than I sent you an email about our good news at the high school. And we are going to be able to participate in the Tennessee Higher Education Commission's cohort of advised 10 high schools, which will not only focus on getting kids more prepared and for college or to take college courses, but it also is for students going into post-secondary with CTE focus. So it's no cost to us. They hire the person, they pay the person, and that person is ours for just like any other employee. And all they do is focus on career counseling. It's something that I told you on the email, it was a bucket list of mine for years when I was at the high school. And now we have someone, and I'm just thrilled that we're able to do that for our kids. That's all I have for right now.
Is that, they just discuss college paths, or they discuss all paths?
All paths.
Okay.
All paths, and they will work with every senior personally. They will, and then they'll reach down into the juniors class too, and do things with sophomores and freshmen, but their focus is to one-on-one with seniors all year long. All year long. They'll help them with, their essays for scholarships. That's been a need. Getting enrolled in programs, going to homes and talking to parents, all kinds of things. So, we're very fortunate that we made the cut. Very fortunate.
Number 17, Chairman's comments. We got a lot to think about between now and Thursday. We haven't past week, but that's all I got. Keep praying about it. 18 is adjourned. Our meeting will be Thursday night, April 10th, at the Cannon County Elementary, Cannon County Middle School cafeteria.
See you, bye. See you, bye.